Recording in progress.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. We're all in our places with bright, shiny faces. As my mom would say, this is the way we start out our day. So we're doing a little yoga practice for those of us in the Pacific Northwest. This is why our weeds grow. It rains at night and then the sun comes out and there they grow. So hopefully you'll have a little time with yourself, see how your body's feeling, and then get on with whatever your day will do. Thank you for joining this yoga practice. Today, more of a vinyasa. Vinyasa, if you're not familiar with the term, basically means flow, move from one pose to the next. You know I don't go fast, so you know all the moves that we will flow from. Our standing balance will be somewhat of a hip opener. And then when we lay on the floor, we're going to do a little more internal hip strengthening. And I know for some of you that's a real important thing as well as stretching. So we're going to start on our mat, seated, or if you prefer, sit in a chair. Have any tools that you want. You see I have a couple blocks. I don't even know that I'll use them. You could have a chair nearby. Any of the tools, arm extenders like towels or straps could be useful for some people. So I thought we'd do a little bit also when we get down on the mat for our backside. So we want to strengthen that and open up our chest. So shall we begin our practice? So we take a moment seated on our mat to come to Samastiti. Now I'm sitting in a cross leg. If that doesn't suit you, sit in a fashion that does. I use my hands to help lift my spine and support my back. You could float the palms up in a yoga mudra gesture. You could also take your hands and move the fleshy part of your skin away so you have a better presence of your bone structure. So as I drop the shoulders and lift the heart, I reflect on the bandhas. So the bandhas, the locks for our body, our energy sources as well. The base of the torso, Mula Bandha, kind of acts as a hammock, and it also grounds us. The action of Uddiyana, kind of that drawing in from the navel, lends support to the back. As you lift and separate through your spine, your vertebra and your disc, through the crown of the head, your eyes can be open, lowered, or closed as you breathe. So where is your breath emanating from? And where is it going to? So in the process of slowing ourselves down and turning inward, you may become aware of your beating heart, the sounds around your space, any body issues that are a little cranky today. I think it's important to take all of that in. You don't have to weigh into it too deeply, but just consider any tenderness you need to provide to body parts, any ongoing distractions like people blowing or mowing or pounding or all of that, and you can just kind of stick it over there. And as we float the arms up toward the sky, joining the palms together, we place the hands at the heart and we give ourselves that moment to cultivate an attitude of gratitude. There are so many things that we can complain about, heaven knows, but we can always look to those gifts that we have, the people, the feelings, the awareness, the gifts that you've given yourself or have been given to you. So we kind of reorient our shift. And then take a little breaststroke motion as the arms go forward and come behind, grabbing the hands or lacing the fingers, straightening the elbows, lifting up. This will move your shoulders artificially behind where they ought be, because we know where they normally are, a bit forward from where they ought be. So let's go through a few rounds of lifting the arms with the breath in, bringing the hands down into the heart, reminding ourselves to be thankful. Doing the little breaststroke motion until our hands meet up. Straighten the elbows and lift up the heart. And let's go again. I'll turn sideways. Inhale, lift the arms, lift the heart, join the palms. Exhale, hands into the heart. Inhale, breaststroke. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fall. Inhale, open. Exhale, pause here. So with those hands together in whatever fashion, pause here. Release the arms. Now I'm going to switch the orientation of my legs for this next one. It doesn't matter if you do. I just try and not always stay in the same patterns. Fingertips to the side. So just think of your ribs moving. You're sitting on your hips. This is so much easier to do when we're seated. So the ribs shift and the ribs shift. So the hands are down, shifting and shifting. So for those of us who have maybe some issues with our back, as you're isolating in this movement, you may feel that lumbar region. Find your breath. You don't have to go far. Let the ribs shift. Twice more. And let's go to some seated cats and cows. As I go forward, I make a basket shape with my arms, bow my head, look in toward my belly. As I lift my chest, my thumbs, like a hitchhiker thumb, leans back. So I go from rounded to extended on your own breath. Go at your own pace. Notice any restrictions. End up with your hands back by your side. Right hand, as you face me, will stay down. Wave up. Go the other way. So how are the shoulders feeling? How's your side? How's your back? As my son's pediatrician used to say, how's your liver? How's your spleen? Okay, something a little different. We're going to do something that we always do, but a little different. So lean back on your hands and put your legs out in front. Let me get a sip of water here. Morning throat, you know how that goes. You have water nearby? So we are going to roll from side to side. And the one we usually do is this. So this is this, with your legs straight and the hands behind. So you're going to roll onto one hip, and then you'll do the other side. Can you see that my feet are staying together? You don't have to have them together. If you need a little more play in this, you can split the legs. So let's do it now, but lean more forward. So your hands are going to help support you as you're forward. I know the hamstrings are not awake yet, so you can have the knees slightly bent. So now leaning forward. Ooh. There's a little popping and cracking going on in my body. I don't think it hurts, so I'm thinking it's just going back to where it's supposed to be. That feels weird, huh? Okay, let's do our traditional bend the knees, and you don't have to be on a blanket. You can be on the mat. And then this one. So this one gets a little more into the anterior of your shoulder, methinks. And Bandha Konasana. So as we work into those hips, sitting on a blanket for Bandha Konasana is usually helpful for everyone. Place your feet where you want them. Bring the spine up nice and tall. Project your heart through the hips. And then with a mindfulness of your bandhas, just surrender and gently stretch your spine. Keep your head down, roll back, and then roll up. And then open your left leg. So you may want to be on the flat mat. I'm going to just stay on my blanket. So hands go behind, help lift your heart up. Now as I go forward, try and keep your hips down. And you're going to feel, one hopes, the inner thigh. So I'm not going off to the side, I'm coming forward. Almost leaning into that straight leg. Do you feel it right there? Yeah. Bandhas and breath, as we always say. When I come up, I'm going to lean over onto the right hand, bend in this right knee until I grab my hand down my shin to my ankle. And then as I lower the knee, hold the leg so it doesn't fall onto the floor. Draw the heel towards your bum. Lean forward slightly as you pull the heel back. And this one we want to feel in our quads, the front of your thigh. Just a gentle wake up. No surprises in our poses, right? And as you release, you're going to put that foot that you've just been holding either in front of your shin as you sit on both your bums, or for those who can, move the foot over the thigh. That may make the knee fall down, so your right hand is going to hold it up. So you could be like this, or you could be like this. Use your left hand to prop up your spine. Get very, very tall. Gosh, I grew like 3 inches. Use your left shoulder to roll back and just take a look either to the side or if you want, look behind you. And return back center. So now as I cross my legs, I'm going to open out my right leg as it is to you. Hold my left foot in front. Bring my spine up nice and tall. So if I'm not on a blanket, I'm sitting on both my bums and I go forward. It's this part of the leg that we're hoping to open. Try not to go away from that leg. If anything, go a little bit toward it. So nothing too far, too fast, too soon. Use your breath. As you bring yourself up, shift over onto your left hand as you pull up the right knee, go down and grab that ankle, hold the foot and the leg, don't let it fall down, hold it up. Lean a little forward so it's easier for you to balance. As that heel comes back behind you, feel the thigh opening. As you're releasing the leg in front, you have that option to either leave it in front of the shin or take it over the knee. Make sure your bums are both anchored. Left hand now supports and holds the bent knee up. Right hand lifts the spine up. Go ahead and breathe into your rotation as it feels appropriate for you. And releasing center. So do you think we could stand up from here without using our hands? Shall we try? I think it's kind of a very nice Grace Kelly look as we stand up. If you can't, that's okay. It's always good to try and use your own muscles. Okay, so some standing cats and cows, and this will be part of our vinyasa flow. So with my feet under my pelvis, my knees will bend but not forward. My knees bend but my hips go back. Most of you know this to be like a squat. So look at the integrity of your back and the placement of your shoulders. Shoulders are down, elbows are mostly straight, I would say. So this is the cat and cow, dropping the tailbone, engaging your belly and bowing the head to round into cat. Then lifting the tailbone, extending the heart forward, resting on those hands and lifting the chest. Do that a few times. Let me see if I can move you a little closer here. Those of us working in our gardens, in our yards, so good for us to do this. As you roll yourself all the way up, take your thumbs into the small of the back, this, and we're gonna lift the heart without letting the hips thrust forward. Just lift up the heart. Think of this as a curve or an extension of your spine, not a back bend. So just lift, so good, so good, so good. Moving into our hamstrings, so I'll leave my feet as they are, or perhaps take them a little wider. Sliding my arms with straight elbows down above my knees. So we know this is the bookshelf pose, right? So rather than my hips going back, this is me leaning forward. My hands will stop above the knees. I keep lowering the chest, pulling my shoulders back, extending my heart. Careful not to lean into the heels. Lean out over the toes. Your legs are the wall, your back is the shelf, and your arms are the brackets. Yes, you can do this. So feel that your sit bones are spreading, and for those who have a little more availability in the hamstrings, slide over the knees toward the shins. If you can or wish, go to the ankles. For those who can put the hands on the floor, and that's not necessarily a requirement, it's just if you can go there. Walk your hands back up to above the knees. Straighten out into bookshelf pose. Imagine a giant pillow between the legs. As you rise up once more, put the thumbs in the small of the back. As you're straightening up the spine, not letting the hips move forward, just lifting up the chest and drawing those shoulders back. As you come back center, let's do a few hulas. Think we're good here, huh? Go the other way. Okay, before we begin our flow, where we'll be standing at the short end of the mat, a few reminders. This flow is what you make of it. You can wait for some of this, and there are options. So baby cobra for those who don't do big back bending. Cobra where the elbows don't completely straighten. Up dog where you lift with the chest and it does straighten the elbows, puts a lot of bend in the back, so just fair warning. You're welcome to do any or all of those. Then the chaturanga push-up. So we'll be doing one where we're up and then you push back into your down dog. That's so much easier. So when we do the ones where I ask you to lift the hips, squeeze every muscle you can find in your body to help push your body off the mat, coming into your plank position and into your downward dog. Swinging and stepping your foot from the downward dog. I know that can be problematic for some. If you have blocks and you wanted to have them there, when you have your hands elevated and you swing and step through, it creates a little more space. So you could use that as well. So options, moving up and down. And then for the hands, those of us who can use palms, I say try that. If your wrists are not happy today, knuckles will work if they work. So forearms for those who have to go to a low plank. I think I've given you all of the adaptations. Let us begin. Stand in Tadasana, that wonderful pose that will serve you in all of the movements, down dog, warriors, all of them. So root the feet, engage the legs, address your bandhas, relax through your neck and shoulders, and gaze outward, not downward. Take a few breaths and remember this feeling. Next breath in, the arms will lift. As you breathe out, bend the knees, put the hands on the knees, round over. Leave your hands on the knees, extend, lift the chest like the cow pose. On the exhale, come down into a plank position, walking or stepping. Remember, getting into your own plank position. Hips are not too high, hips are not too low. Lowering down onto the mat, either through the toes or with the knees, elbows are in, shoulders are down, lowering mindfully down, soft landing, relax the toes. As you inhale, lift the heart. Now you're going to go up all the way onto the hands and the knees and the toes and the downward dog. Don't move those feet. Lift up right leg. Let's go right, left. Lift up right leg. Bend the right knee. Lift the left heel. As you look forward, swing or step that foot up. So it may go step, 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 and then with the help to bring it up the rest of the way, or you may be the person that just steps it up and you're in a lunge. Stay on the ball of your back foot. Engage your core. Feel free to use your hands on that front thigh. As you rise into Virabhadrasana 1, the Warrior 1 crescent pose. I've left the heel up, so more crescent. As I drop the heel and move into Warrior 2. Right knee, right arm, left arm back. As I windmill the arms, lift the back heel, come into my plank position, down again from knees or toes. Inhale, lift and push up onto the hands and the knees and the toes in the downward dog. Leave those feet. Lift your left leg up. Raise your right heel up. Bend the left knee, and on your own terms, get that left foot up by the hands. You're going to go to the crescent pose, so staying on the ball of the foot. Feel free to use the thigh or rise up. Drop the back heel. Turn the body to the long end of the mat. Look to the front. Commit to your lunge. Warrior 2. Windmill the arms back down to the bottom of your plank and push up. Knees or toes. Going up, but then coming back down. So going up, baby cobra, cobra, up dog, coming back down. Now coming up from the knees or the toes, all the way up to downward dog. So pressing yourself as a unit into downward dog. Now I adjust my feet. And you may want that dog to be bent knees, that's fine. Find your breath. Raise the heels, bend the knees, look forward. You walk, you step, you jump to the front of the mat where your hands are. Squeeze the legs, release the arms. Be aware of blood pressure as you rise all the way up. We're at the beginning. Exhale, put the hands on the thighs. Round your back. Inhale, extend your back. Exhale, put your hands on the floor and walk back into a plank position. Coming down from knees or toes. Relax your feet. Inhale, going up, pushing up through the knees, through the toes, downward dog. Stand on the right foot, lift up your left foot. Raise the right heel, bend the left knee. Look forward, step the left foot up, should be a little easier. Yes, we just did this side. As you rise into crescent pose, as you turn into warrior two, commit to your lunge. Windmill the arms down to the bottom of your push-up. Going up, knees, toes, down dog, leave your feet, raise the right leg, lift the left heel, bend the right knee, look forward, step the right foot up, ground into your feet, stand up in crescent pose, the wobbly pose. Turn into warrior two, track your knee. Windmill down to the bottom of your push-up. Going up and coming down. So going up and coming down. Now going up, try and elevate your hips and then press up, downward dog. Move your feet forward a little bit. Raise your heels, bend your knees, look up, walk, step, or jump to the front. Squeeze the legs, open the arms, check your blood pressure as you come all the way up. Open and down, hands on the thigh. Keep going, I'm just going to be at this end. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, hands on the mat and walk back into a plank. Coming down from knees or toes. Going up, so you lift your chest, push on your hands, lift up your hips, off the knees, turn back down dog, leave your feet. Right leg up, left heel lifts, step the right foot up, ground into your feet, stand into crescent pose, you can do it. Turn into warrior one, so that whole body turns, not just your arm going back. Windmill the arms down to your plank. Inhale, going all the way up, so lift your chest, your hips, your knees, come up. Raise the left leg, raise the right heel, bend your left knee, look up, step forward, ground into your feet for crescent pose. Drop the back heel, turn, warrior two, commit. Windmill the arms down to your plank. You can always go to child's pose if you feel the need. Going up and coming down. Now going up but lifting your hips with you, toes or knees. Pressing up, downward dog, adjust your feet. Raise both heels, bend the knees and look forward. You walk, you step, or you jump both feet to where your hands are. Squeeze the legs, release the arms, careful as you come up. Exhale, hands on the knees, round your back. Inhale, extend your back. Exhale, hands on the mat and walk back into your last round, all the way down. Inhale, going up, all the way, downward dog, leave your feet. Left leg lifts, right heel lifts, step the left foot up, ground for crescent pose. Turn into warrior two. down to the bottom of your plank. Inhale up, keep going up, keep going up, keep going up to down dog. Raise the right leg, lift the left heel, bend the right knee, look forward, step, ground onto the ball of the back foot, the front of the right leg. Drop the left heel, turn into warrior. Down to the bottom of your plank. Going up, going down, inhale up. Exhale down. Now inhale, lift your hips first. Press up second. Downward dog. Adjust your feet. Raise both heels. Bend the knees, look forward. You walk, you step, or you jump to where your hands are, kind of, sort of. This time, put the hands behind your calves or around your calves. Lay the body on your thigh, drop the head, fold. Bend the knees, be aware of blood pressure as you take your time rising all the way up. And hands at your heart. Are y'all warmed up? Well, I am, because fireplace is on. All right, so a balance pose. Two options. One, you might want to use a towel or a strap. So first one is, as we bring the knee up, you can hold the knee at the hand, so that's option one. Option two, you pull it up, put the hand under the knee so that you can extend the leg. Option three, you put the hand holding a strap or a towel under the foot, and then you can hold the strap or towel at the bottom of the foot. Last option is using your two fingers. First and second finger grabs the big toe, locks in with the thumb, opening the hip to the side, and then if and when ready, you go up to the side. So you saw me because I was talking, kind of wobbling around. Can you use a wall? Sure. Can you use a chair? Sure. So if you needed to hold on to something, just to make it more effective for what you're doing with the leg rather than struggling with the balance, you could do that. If you can get to both, that's great. That's just the next place to go. So pick a leg, either leg. I'll go back to my right leg. Now some of us prefer standing on a more firm surface. So if your yoga mat feels a little too unstable, step off onto a firmer surface. Okay, we ready? Tadasana, right? Foundation of everything. So put one hand on one side, and if you're using a strap or a towel, you kind of have this little loop below. You're going to bend the knee and either cast that under your leg, or grab the knee, or under the knee, or two-finger lock. Then you open the leg. So if you're holding on front knee, you just stay here. If you have your hand under, you have support to straighten the leg. Bend the knee in, bring the foot forward, let go of one end of the strap or towel so you can safely put your foot down. To the other side. Towel or strap such that you have a loop. Tadasana, hand on other hip. Bend the knee, either cast that towel or strap under your foot. Grab the knee, grab under the leg. Stand up straight as you open that knee to the side. Stay here, or if you want, go ahead and extend the leg out. Bend the knee. As it comes back center, take the strap loose so you can set it down safely. Okay, let's stay a little bit longer, and this time instead of bringing it back bent, once it's out to the side, we're going to bring it to the front, let go of your strap or towel, hold it in front, and then come back center. What does this work? Your hips, if you didn't notice. Your core is also very important for the stability. You can can always hold on to something. Okay, root yourself down. Tadasana. One hand on hip, strap towel in one hand if you wish. Reach down, grab the knee under the knee, put the strap under the foot or a 2-finger lock. Stand nice and tall as you open your leg to the side. Stay there or consider opening your leg. Bringing your leg in front, engage your core, engage your core. Now careful, let go of that strap and towel. Both hands on your side. Stand up tall, hold your right foot or left foot up in front. Don't lean back. Tadasana. Those using a arm extender, go pick it up so you could do it on the other side. So, you know, sometimes one side just seems more willing than the other. So it is what it is. Tadasana, and then hand on hip. Bandhas as you reach, strap or towel, knee or underleg, or that 2-finger lock. Standing tall, opening the knee to the side. Feel free to stay here or continue on with opening the leg. Or not. Bringing the leg forward, are we breathing? Let go. Hand on your hip, hold the leg up. Lift tall. And stand on 2 feet. I'm going to remove this Band-Aid that's causing me a distraction. And we come back to Tadasana. I say one more time. Let's get that second side better, Karen. Feel free to hold on. We go to the first side, Tadasana. Hand on hip, knee up in whatever form. Stand tall as knee goes side in whatever form. Stay there or extend the leg. Bring the leg in front, let go of the strap or towel. Return to Tadasana. If you're using an arm extender, go get it. Tadasana. Last time, second side. Hand on hip. Bind or grab or hold on. Lift tall, open up. If ready, extend. Bring leg forward, let go of strap or towel. Lift and release. Forward fold for calming. On the long end of your mat, you open your legs wide. You know how wide. Feet are parallel, bandhas, and we go into forward fold. If you want to put blocks there because you'd like to put your hands on the floor, but they normally don't quite reach, feel free to put blocks in front. Thumbs on back, lift your heart, slide down past the bookshelf pose. Either grab your shins, your ankles, or put your hands on the floor. Now, this should bring a bit of calm. As you come up, bend into your right leg and walk toward that right leg and turn the right leg to the short end. Lift the back heel, your left heel up. So you come to a lunge. You can stay on the foot or you can drop the knee down. So you have one foot in front. Lean over onto the opposite hand of the leg that's in front. So you may be opposite of me. The arm of the leg that is in front is going to rise up. The bottom shoulder pushes forward toward that leg as you rotate. bring the high hand down. If the back knee is down, lift it up. Turn that front foot so now all the toes are facing the long end of the mat. Once again, forward fold. As you come up, walk your hands to the other side. So turn that foot so it's facing the short end. Pivot on your opposite foot so the heel comes up. You get into that lunge. You can stay off the knee and rest on that hand of the back leg, or you can put the knee down as you wish. The arm on the front knee rises. Bottom shoulder tips forward toward the bent knee. As you release down, you're going to take the front leg and bring it back and move into a child's pose. Doesn't matter which way you're facing. Coming into a place of calm and collected. So as you come up, orient yourself so you can see. This is this hip thing I was mentioning early before we started our practice. We're going to lay on our belly. We're going to draw one knee up alongside. It probably won't be on the mat. And then we're going to lift the foot while the knee stays down. Let me show you. So once you get onto your belly, you'll bring one knee up. So my knee has come up, my foot is flexed, my knee is down, my hips are down. And I'm going to raise the foot up and then put it down. I'll do just this a few times. So let me see if I can lay on my belly and face you and see if that gives you a view so that you really understand what we're doing. So bringing the knee to the side, lifting and lowering my foot. Give yourself 2 more times of that motion of raising and lowering the foot. And then you can let that knee come down and we'll go to the other side. So the other knee comes up as high as it will go. And then lift and lower just the foot. The knee stays down. Two more. And slide your foot down. Ooh, flip over on your back. Some of you might want a little head pillow, that's fine. We'll be on our back. Knees are bent. So we're going to work through this whole back chain. That includes your hamstrings, your extensors, your glutes. The arms will be by the side. Let's just take a moment to appreciate laying on our back. Notice the placement of the natural alignment so that your back right now is not pushed in. And that if you were to push that back down, what often happens is the shoulders rise. You can still tighten the belly without moving the shoulders forward. But oftentimes the cue of put your back into the mat makes this happen. So just be aware. Okay. So my feet are in that traditional bridge pose, and that's basically what we're going to be doing. Enact Mula Bandha and the action of Uddiyana in that neutral spine. You're going to raise the hips up and lower the hips down. I am not rolling up the spine. I'm just pressing into a bridge and releasing. I'm not staying on the down motion for very long. As you cast your gaze over your thighs, you should see they remain parallel, that they don't splay open. If you desire a little more work than you might be feeling, lift your toes up. So we do want to fatigue this area. It's known as the largest muscle in the body, so it takes a bit of work to get it going. Hold yourself down, put one foot on top of the other knee. Continue going up and down. Now this one, hold up, hold up. You can leave the leg crossed or you can extend it out so it's even with the bent knee. If you need to put it back here, that's okay. Both feet down, hips are still up, lower down. Other foot on the other knee, bottoms up. Holding your hips up, staying here, or if you're wanting a little bit more, extend that leg out. Hips up, both feet down. Swing your hips from side to side. As you look towards your legs, you see those hips swinging. Push the hips as high as they'll go and come down from your upper back first, your middle back second, your lower back third. And yes, you could bring your knees into your chest now. Drawing the knees together, lifting your head and cradling it in your hands, remembering the elbows are not laying back, they're not pulling forward, they're in that sweet spot, nice and easy to the side. So this is a rotation. One leg will go out, the opposite shoulder will move toward the opposite hip, then I come back center, switching opposite side. No speed. Think shoulder hip rather than elbow knee. If your knee bumps into your elbow or vice versa, then you know you've let that elbow pull the head forward. So let the elbow lag behind and be that extra weight. Keep your breathing going. more, in case you were wondering. So Bandha Konasana, bottom of the feet together, knees open if that's appropriate. If it's not for your back, put the feet out and your knees together. Fold your knees up, bring the knees in, hold the knees together with your hands and circle. Going the other way. You can either roll to your side to bring yourself up to a seated position, or you can rock yourself up if that works. Check in with your blood pressure. So I want you to lay long ways on your mat, and you can either be on your elbow or down on your arm. And we're going to do a little bit more for the hips and then also some stretching. So go ahead, get yourself laying down. I'm used to being up this way so I can see people, but you can be down like this. So I have bottom leg straight coming down my body. So this other foot right now is behind so I can see that alignment. My foot's not forward, it's straight there. So I need to engage my core and my glutes. Now this front hand, just fingertips. You don't get the whole hand to lean on, just your fingertips. Pick up the back leg. The knee draws towards your shoulder. The leg extends up wherever that is. Pull your toes back. Push the heel down until that leg connects with the other leg. So you drag the toe up that leg on the floor. Keep the knee coming to the shoulder. Stretch the leg up, flex your foot, and push it away. I'm going to pull the pant leg up so you can see what's happening with my knee when it goes straight and when it's bent. So going up, it's bent. Do you feel a little wobbly here? That's why you don't get to lean on the hand. Now this time when the leg comes up, take that hand off the floor, grab hold wherever you can. Doesn't matter how far the leg goes, you get to be you. Go ahead, bend the knee. Let this top leg come down in front. Use your hand to support it so it doesn't bash. So the knee is down. If you're not already, come down on that shoulder. Do you sleep like this? Now, be careful what might be behind you. The arm that doesn't need to hold anything is now going to float up. And then as it goes back, the hand that you're leaning on will bend, and then that top arm will grab it, and then you'll lay back. So I'm going to scoot over a little because I have run into my fireplace. So this could be enough for your top shoulder, but if you wanted to extend out that arm, you could. So release the top arm. As you come back to your sides, bring the bottom knee up so you have both your knees together. Now, depending on your orientation to see me, you could just roll over to the other side. But in order for me to see you better, I need to go to the other end. So we're going to do the other side. So you have that top leg behind. You get yourself down either like this or up like this. Look down your leg, make sure the leg is not forward. It's just straight down so you get that wobbliness. Fingertips here, engage through your core. So this is the foot drawing toward the shoulder. Up and flex your foot and then push. Imagine my hand were against your foot, and as the foot comes down, it's hard to do that. Are you finding your balance a little challenged? Find muscles to hold yourself up. So the next one, when the leg comes up, I'm going to grab it. Where? I don't know. It could be just like right here. That could be it, or this could be it. Wherever you can go to get the leg, and then hold it. So you're going to bend the top knee, bring the hand down to support so the knee can land gently. You're going to bend the arm that you're laying on. If you're not on it, come down on it. Flip the other arm up as it opens your chest toward the ceiling, and then put your hands behind. Some of you may want to extend that arm, that's fine. It's a good time to take deep breaths. So we're going to move onto our backs as you release the arm, bring the bottom leg up, and then roll onto your backs. Happy baby pose. As the knees come in, the legs go apart. Lift up your head, reach both hands through your legs and grab the outer edges of your feet such that your thumb is at your pinky toe and the feet are apart. Now I know for some people the hips lift, not the chin as you put your head down, or use a pillow so you're not looking backwards. So if you can't get to this position, prop your head up. Feet are not together, they're open. Apply pressure with your hands at the edge of the foot and drop that tailbone. Create a little space under your low back rather than letting it push into the floor as it might want to do. Now, some of you might like to open into a full reclined straddle. Feel free to take that position option. As you release the feet and hug the knees in, roll to your side or roll yourself up as we come to a seated position. So you might want a block or a blanket or a pillow, if there's one handy, to slip under your sacrum, not your back, not your bum, that special place in between the two. So if I were to use a block, yes, it's harder. I will elevate my hips this way. So as I lay myself back, I have three options for this. I could do the lowest side, the medium side, or the tall side. So you want low, most likely. So you slide that seductively into your sacrum. It should not dig into your back. So I will show you with the block, Once you get here, you'll bring the knees in and you go, gosh, Karen, this is great. You'll put your hands on your thighs, let the legs come up, and they may feel like they want to fall into a fold. So you will hold them here, or some of you may want to go ahead and do that fold with the hands pulling your legs. If you're not using a block, or you choose not to use a block because it's hard, and you have a pillow or a blanket, I'll show with that. Doesn't have to be that high, but again, it's not in my back and it's not on my bum, it's just right there in my sacrum. So what happens is when you bring the knees up, it pitches you into that upward motion. So that's good, and then that's good. Everybody got their legs up? So one leg of your choosing is going to bend, and your hands will hold that leg either in front or behind. The leg that's up, the toe will flex, and you're going to let that leg go down, but it will not touch the floor. It's likely to touch the floor, and if it does touch the floor, pull that knee in your chest more, so this leg that's hanging out is really just hanging out. It's not resting. It's suspended. The leg that's suspended is going to softly bend. You're going to put both legs back up again as we were before. And now bend in the other leg. The one that was just suspended is now bent. Flex the foot that's up. Let it cascade out and over, but not all the way down. So if it's going down, you feel the floor, pull this knee in and it should lift the leg up a little more. Go ahead and bend that extended leg, bend it in. Now both knees are bent, the hands go away, the feet gently find their way down. Now you may find that this is a very comfortable position. So you can stay here with or without the blanket, the block, or the pillow. So if you'd rather move it out, that's fine. We're going to eventually get to Shavasana. If you have a ponytail or even glasses, if you could just remove those for a little bit so that your head is really resting on the ground. You're going to let the head just gently, slowly roll from one ear, and then heavy, heavy, heavy head as it rolls toward the other ear. So the weight of your head is resting on the earth, And you feel all the little lumps and bumps as you let it roll from side to side. Check that your jaw is not tight. And next time your head rolls to one side, leave it there. Slowly, with the weight on the head, let it roll over to the other side and let it stay there. And then slightly nod the chin. And then lay comfortably. So if you want to lose the blanket or the block, you can. Otherwise, you can keep it. Now we're going to take our hands together and rub them vigorously. We're going to create some energy and chi to use to block our senses. Sometimes we just block our senses even though they're not blocked. We just don't hear somebody when they're talking to us. Does that happen to you? Or we don't see something, like when I get my hair cut and my husband looks at me, but he doesn't see me. So sometimes our senses are there, but they're not working. So we're going to diminish them. So this first one is just taking the warmth of my hands and cupping them over my eyes. So you're laying on your back, getting ready for Shavasana. Now you've blocked the light. Slowly remove the hands from the eyes and again warm them up. So the next one, we're going to put the hands over the ears. This one's kind of cool. It's kind of like putting a seashell at your ear if you've ever done that. And so you'll hear your breath. You'll hear me in the background when I tell you it's time to really release and go to Shavasana. So go ahead and cup your ears. So go ahead and remove your hands from your ears. Transition into our Shavasana pose where we lay on our backs or on our sides or on our bellies, maybe with some covers. If you have an eye pillow, how lovely is that? So now I leave you to do nothing, but to find this quiet place. And it's always so interesting how the body will fidget as it's really maybe not ready to be quiet. It has its own mind, right? So this is time for us to practice not fidgeting, not dealing with things in our life. So may I suggest you just hang out with your breath. Relax the body, body part by body part. Wander into nature with your mind. Give yourself these few moments until I ring the singing bowl, and let this time be yours. So we deepen our breath. Maybe wiggle the fingers and toes. And we remain in that calm consciousness to consider thoughts for us this Memorial Day, where we honor those who gave their lives in service of our country. Benjamin Disraeli is quoted as saying, "As grief is the agony of an instant, the indulgence of grief, the blunder of a life." Loss is painful, and it's natural for us to grieve over things we've lost, and it takes time to fill the hole left by loss. The larger the hole, the longer it takes to fill it. At some point, though, we need to put painful feelings aside so that we can get on with the business of living. This doesn't mean ignoring or forgetting our loss as we honor today those lost, but rather recognizing that life is a gift that we have responsibility to honor. We honor what we have lost, as well as when we learn from our loss, incorporate it into who we are, and move on. So thought for us today, loss is natural and unavoidable. I understand and I accept this. So with that said, move yourself to a seated position. As you come to sit nice and tall, lifted through the spine, mindful through the belly, relaxing through the neck and the shoulders. So we have this day and we enjoy this day. It's not going to be here tomorrow. As the arms lift and rise and join together with the hands at the heart, the light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.